What's going on, snipers? Naeem Al-Obeidi here. I hope you're all enjoying your day today. Let's go ahead and just dive right into our daily cryptocurrency content and analytics for today. We're going to be taking a look at the headline today, which is Ethereum and Bitcoin being deemed not a security by the Securities Exchange Commission. Also looking at Bitcoin's technical analysis and other news in the headlines that you can see. We're starting to see some positive action here for Bitcoin, which is positive here for the short term. Like we talked about yesterday, we were most likely expecting some sort of a swing back, knowing that the RSI was at these oversold levels. You can see we're currently heading towards that 40. That's typically a zone that we're going to want to watch and see if we're going to receive any sort of resistance along this level, knowing that 40 is that breaking point in which you start entering that neutral zone in the RSI, where now you're entering into that bullish sentiment. So if we start to see resistance here, we can see some further lows, but if we are able to cross 40, I think that's going to be a very positive sign, at least for the medium term for Bitcoin. Looking at it in a long-term perspective, once again, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. We're trying to get above this red line here, which is the EMA, the exponential moving average, and that's currently what I'm watching right now for Bitcoin. Another important indicator that I want all of you to be aware of is this MACD. You can see here, we're far and away from the slow length. This orange here is the slow length, and this blue is the fast length, and we're looking to see when this can cross over right now. So that's pretty much what I'm watching right now for Bitcoin. I wouldn't say dollar cost averaging into a position right now would be a bad thing, but definitely still have fiat and USD on the side, just so that you are able to go ahead and put more into the market once we confirm whether we're going to see further lows or further highs. So regardless of the fact, dollar cost averaging will give you the best possible price for your asset. So hopefully that has helped with the Bitcoin technical analysis. Let's see who we have on our live audience today. Brett McKelvey, Ramsey is in the house, Randy here. Let's go ahead and dive into our first headline here. Bitcoin and Ether are not securities, but some initial coin offerings may be, SEC official says. So why is this important? It's something that we've been debating and talking about for quite some time in the cryptocurrency sphere, and it's something that's going to significantly impact us, knowing that with institutional interest right now, once we have a maturation in the markets in regards to regulations, I am expecting institutional money to start pouring into this market, allowing it to supersede that $1 trillion market cap. So you can see here what it says. I've highlighted a couple points here. It says Bitcoin is not a security because it is decentralized. There's no central party whose efforts are a key determining factor in the enterprise. Ether is also not a security because the Ethereum network is also decentralized. So that's good news for Bitcoin and Ethereum, because it looks like here with what they're saying in the continuation of this article, they're going to most likely have to create new laws and regulations for this new industry, which is a great thing because it shows you how impactful cryptocurrencies and the blockchain is in our world. So you can see here it says, over time, there may be other sufficiently decentralized networks and systems where regulating the tokens or coins that function on them as securities may not be required. So this right here is not something that exists today, where you can have a centralized authority controlling a coin and it being not deemed a security. But over time, that is what we're most likely going to see as the regulations start to mature. And that's going to be a great thing for this industry. Once again, we're looking for that maturation so we can start to see some mass adoption. So moving on to the coin market cap relapse here, you can see here we're seeing a green wave today with Ethereum, Cardano, Monero taking the lead with over 10% gains here. You can see IOTA here also 9.23%, Stellar 9.85%, and Bitcoin with the lowest gains in the past 24 hours at only 5.89%, becoming a more stable asset class, especially with the ETFs now being announced and things of that nature. But Ethereum, as we talked about, if you guys are on our Discord, we mentioned that Ethereum may be the better play here during this upswing. So if you guys are not on our Discord, I want to make sure you guys are aware of this. I see a ton of comments asking what our Discord is. We have a free Discord resource. The link is always going to be in the description below. And once you're on our Discord, you can actually go into the Discord website or on your phone and go into all of this premium education and extensive analysis that we have provided here. I'm going to actually pull this up for you. So you can see here we have market health updates that are posted daily, telling you exactly what's happening in the market from an analyst from Sniper. So you can see here there's typically going to be a 5 to 10 minute video talking about where the market is headed every single day, so you're always aware of what's happening in the market. And then we also have trend signals, long-term projects that we posted. We actually just posted a report on the KuCoin shares. That's also a coin that I'm very bullish on. If you guys don't know, the Binance coin, it's a very awesome coin, but we've got these custom made reports if you guys are Sapphires and above. So you guys can actually become a Patreon and access our premium resources in our Discord by becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/snipers. And you can see we have different memberships here. We added airdrop alerts for rubies recently. So All of that is in the description below. Hope to see some of you guys there, but we talked about Ethereum being the better play here, and it's exactly what's happening. Ethereum 10% up, almost double Bitcoin. And the reason we said that was because Ethereum is really what the majority of the market is made of, right? The top 100 coins are, for the most part, on the ERC20 platform. I think 45 out of 100 are on ERC20, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. I may be wrong, but that's the case here. So understand that when we see liquidity come to this market, we're most likely going to see it in these coins that serve a higher purpose or have more use case within the market. So that's what we're seeing here with Ethereum. And then now to move on to our next headline here, EOS reaching 15% of the minimum votes required for the mainnet to launch here. Very exciting news here for EOS with their mainnet launch here. You can see up 11.64%, doing very well post mainnet launch. Looking at the technical analysis, we're following this flag pattern here with the RSI bouncing right on those neutral levels at 40, heading up, looking quite bullish here. And then the MACD starting to curve back, not yet making them crossover. So we're going to wait and see if we can make that crossover here with EOS. What I'm watching right now is to see if we can get over this 50-day moving average. You can see we saw that as a resistance level, but we can most likely get above there because this was pretty steep and this went very high up. So I am expecting some further highs sometime soon, knowing that this market has been quite oversold. If you guys can agree with me on that, post it in the chat, say aye. I mean, we've seen quite a bit of selling in this market over the past couple of days. It's just a matter of time until we're going to start to see people buying into this market. So exciting news here. Also, by the way, before we start getting into user requests and user questions on the live stream, I want you all to know here, there's going to be an awesome conference coming up here called the City Blockchain Summit in San Francisco. If you guys are in the area, I'd love to have some of you guys attend and get educated more on blockchain. You can see here's June 19th to 20th, 2018. That's coming up in a couple of days, and that's going to be at UCLA. So hopefully, if you guys are in the area, you guys can come over. There's going to be some awesome event speakers and things of that nature. So just letting you guys know, let's see who we have on our live audience here today. We've got David Gao saying EOS. Crypto Minto says, how will other crypto, the ERC20 tokens that maybe securities would affect ETH? Well, that's an interesting topic, Crypto Minto, because understand when you're building on the ERC20 platform, you're creating your own token. So if you're creating your own token on the ERC20 platform and you're using it as a security, it will be deemed a security, even though Ethereum is not necessarily a security because it's used as a utility on the Ethereum blockchain. So hopefully that helps out. Vincent saying, better stop playing and start talking about Oyster Pearl. I think I promised to do a video on that. I just haven't had the chance because of so much requests. Middleway says, hi. Zeke says, give the video a like. I do appreciate a like. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. We're talking about Ethereum today. Might as well do a quick TA here at the Satoshi valuation of Ethereum. You can see here, we're following this normal channel on the fib level. We found some support on the 0.38 here on the Fibonacci, which was a great support level for Ethereum. But what I'm really liking about Ethereum is the fact that we see this huge stroke of buy volume here. And that's a very bullish sign. As you can see here, so much buy volume. And the last time we saw that, it initiated this extreme run up, which eventually resulted in over, let's go ahead and see here, 50+% gains. So understanding that there's a lot of opportunity in this market right now, we are at these lower levels. Last time we saw this much buy volume come in, we saw an exponential run up. RSI's had some time to kind of cool off. You can see we're seeing a little bit of positive divergence here with the RSI support level. So in my opinion, Ethereum is still looking very good, as we talked about yesterday, and dollar cost averaging right now wouldn't be a bad thing in my opinion. So hopefully that has helped out. Erndog says, what is wrong with coins being a security? Nothing wrong. It's just there's an extensive process required if you are deemed a security with the Security and Exchange Commission, and that's not a process that all of these coins are able to go through or want to go through, right? There's some other guidelines as well that, you know, are involved. PML says, love your live streams. Bull Trap, shout out to my son, 13 today, Tim. Happy birthday to Tim, 13 years old. If you guys want to shout Tim a happy birthday, like this video, show your love to Tim. Jose says, what do you think about ICX right now, Naeem? Icon, great project, a lot of use case in South Korea. If you guys are one of our Patreons, once again, we post those long-term project reports. We actually posted a really cool report on Icon. So if you guys did get one of those reports, you can see exactly what type of use case they provide and what our predictions are for Icon. But in my opinion, it's a very bullish project. I'm expecting this to start forming a fractal formation here and completing this cup formation. You can see we've seen some extensive upward volume here, bounced right off of that 30 here, oversold levels, broke through that neutral zone into these possible bullish zones here with the RSI. And then the cool thing about Icon is the MACD here has already crossed over. So Icon's looking very bullish. I'm glad you mentioned that, David, and whoever else. Jose, thank you for mentioning Icon. Great find here. You can see we've got a MACD crossover, looking very bullish here. So Chief T says, finally caught you live. Awesome. Good to have you on our live stream. Let's check out Icon. What are we looking at right now for Icon in regards to the past 24 hours? Let's see what type of numbers we've hit here with Icon. Let's go ahead and pull it up here on CoinMarketCap. So you can see Icon here looks to be the wrong token here. Sorry. ICX here up 17%. Wow. Look at that. Looking really nice. That MACD crossover is just extremely attractive there as a trader. Robert from Sweden, good to have you here. Vince says crypto's turning to the stock market. Well, I wouldn't say so. You don't typically see stock market gains like this. I mean, check out the CoinMarketCap right now. You've got a lot of these coins over 10% up. If we were to do stock market prices today, I guarantee you it's nothing like that. If we were to go to a market site and look at the stock market, let's see what we see here. 1%, 0.7%. Guys, Microsoft is 0.57% today. Oh my gosh. I am so excited. I'm jacked out of my mind. Not really. I'm jacked out of my mind for 10%, 11%, 9%. Oh man. Oliver Hoger says, hey, we are on a new hedge bull run. Brett says, LOL. Interesting there. So any questions from our live audience before we wrap this baby up? Let's see what we've got here. Jose is saying AMD has been a nice run though. Interesting. Thoughts on Nano? I talked about Nano recently. I think it's definitely a project that you can start dollar cost averaging your position into, knowing that we're starting to see this positive divergence with this volume. We were at these oversold regions, double bottomed right there, pretty much double bottomed right at 22. So as soon as we hit that RSI level, you can see MACD is starting to cross over. If you want validation, wait for this fast length to cross over that slow length, and that could be the complete validation to understand when your position is going to be best. But you can see we're entering an obvious accumulation zone. These are extremely low lows here. John Waller says, now, since you're so bullish on BNB, do you ever trade the BNB pairings, especially in times like this when BNB has seen strength but might be sure to come down? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't mind hedging a lot of my assets in BNB just because of the fact that the BNB coin, in my opinion, has a lot of intrinsic value and over time is going to see a lot of use case. So William Satcher says, hey, can you check out Zilliqa? Zilliqa is a coin that we've definitely been bullish on. And here's what I'll tell you right now in regards to the market. We're going to see a lot of these coins at these accumulation zones. And I think it's definitely time to start dollar cost averaging your positions into these coins that you are very bullish on. So you can see here, this right here is just all obvious accumulation zones, anywhere between that 1,387 Satoshi range all the way down to that 1,270. These right here are zones in which we're most likely going to see this price start to head up, because you can see every time we've hit these zones, we've seen some sort of a run up, head up. You can see once, twice, 3 times. So that's what I would say for Zilliqa. Chad Deal says, Neo, please. Let's do Neo. Also entering a very, very nice support zone and accumulation zone. Hasn't even or barely just crossed 30 with the RSI. So still looking very nice once again. This market's in general looking really nice. So we're not going to go through all of the TA here in the market. We did a price predictions video yesterday, but what I will tell you is I'm seeing the market as extremely discounted, and I am beginning to dollar cost average a position in, at least for a quick swing. You know, we don't know the overall health, but what we can say is there's definitely going to be some sort of swing soon. So those swings are where you can make your profits, right? Taking advantage of those small swings. So Rumber says, what type of hard wallet do you recommend? There's actually a link in the description below. It says books and more. It's an Amazon link, and I have the hard wallets that I use on there. It's a wish list, so you can use the description. Mr. T says, Naeem, you the man. Nah, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for you all tuning in and coming here on Snipers Tube and taking advantage of our resources. So other than that, though, I think we're pretty much wrapped up here, unless we have anything else to discuss here. I really appreciate all of you tuning in. Rutger says, did you see that market cap chart compared to the Wall Street cheat sheet? No, I didn't see that. Chief T says, I like the videos. Good job. Thank you, brother. Eduardo, thank you. Jacelyn, thank you. Appreciate it. Saying thank you. King Naeem. No. Tony says, just got married. Congratulations, man. Awesome. Middleway says, thanks for another great live stream. Thank you so much. Deb says, liked it. Awesome. See you getting in shape. Yeah, I am. Look at that. Getting in shape. All right, y'all. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and hopefully this was an awesome update. Like the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel already, and follow us on our social media. Link is in the description below. Thank you all. Snipers out.